Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. This broadcast has the funny title, Kill the Paedo Infant Eating Jesuits and Take Over, which is very funny because your brain consult would never do such a thing, and because they are exterminating you. I think that it's impossible. They have the death ray, so nobody can exterminate them. They will kill 6.5 billion people with heart probably. They don't need a world war or airborne Ebola. This is merely a torture log, an overview of the illegal torture attacks with HARP and the DARPA centipedes. So high MEMS and self-replicating nanotechnology are real. So it's because they're torturing me severely that I am making this log. If you haven't been tortured by them, it might be hard to believe for you that they're going to exterminate you and that they're torturing me and my father to death with their remote controlled centipedes, controlled with HARP, which they pretend it's switched off. They also like to pretend Adolfo Nicholas resigned, etc. This is their new technique to prevent being caught and to be able to play all people out against each other to depopulate the Earth to 500 million. One of their techniques is also modifying your brainwave so that you make mistakes, potentially deadly mistakes, and blocking your bandwidth, giving the paedo elite more bandwidth, the tax exempt paedo elite that will kill you all for the Luciferian New World Order, that only people that have taken Luciferian oath can enter, according to Mr. Spangler of the UN. So I almost can't breathe because of the centipede in my lung and in my throat. They've shown me they completely remotely control these centipedes with their cancer harp. It was also used to torture my mother to death. And they've tortured me for about 4 days. And it usually starts when I talk about Bilderberg, King Willem-Alexander, Bilderberg pedos, penis choppers that want you all dead for the Luciferian New World Order, and give everybody the idea they're really nice people with synthetic telepathy. So they're also silenced about Skull and Bones, the Jesuit infant eaters. And as long as they don't talk about it, they're still killed, but they're not tortured. That's the idea. So Kevin Annett, fake priest with fake course, is also Catholic. So you know they are helping to cover up for the Jesuit infant eaters. So they're controlled opposition with their shield. 50,000 children must be given a proper burial, etc. It's almost like they're helping with the depopulation. At the moment they're hurting my spine, cancer heart. Zoals dan bij de paedo Jesuit infant eaters, de kluiterneukers in Dutch, kluiterneukers. And they have tortured 60 million people to death, 60 million innocent civilians in their Inquisition. And they're famous for the Holocaust, Jesuit Holocaust, and their pedophilia. And they have their voice of God programming. So they send illegal voice of skull messages in your skull, and they want you to pretend or believe that that's the voice of God. They're fucking insane. And I hope you torture them to death, like they did to my mother. Because they are murderers, they deserve the death penalty in reality. And they always lie about wanting to create a new world order, etc. They tell you any lie to control your behavior, and the Jesuit infant eaters are always the ones who tell you where your enemies are, but they're never the ones to fight and to die. So one of the main techniques is irritating the shit out of people with their legal torture, blocking your PC, making things go wrong, and then making people so angry that they hit or kill their fellow human beings, even loved ones, breaking up families, etc. So it's brain control and torture that they use. So I'm gonna watch Mika in London, Julian Assange. And this recording is an overview of the illegal torture done by the citizens of the NSA with the cancer harp, or whoever is doing it. Perhaps it's some doomsday cult. Perhaps I haven't determined the direct exact position of the beam, which I think I did with my grounded Van de Graaff generator, which partially deflected the torture beam that was used to torture all teeth out of my mouth, about which hundreds of targeted individuals scalar torture victims have reported in their testimonies. So whatever, but it's possible that it's in the hands of some kind of doomsday cult such as Aleph from Om Shinrikyo that rented the scalar interferometer, the death ray of the Russians, and there are 15 scalar weapon countries. Even I produce my own scalar waves. So in reality it's easy.
Oké, bezoekers van revolutionaireonline.com. Julian Assange is
Otherwise I would have been dead already.
Mag ik toch wel zeggen. Bijna 3 jaar zit hij nu volgens mij achter dit raam. Dit is het balkon waar hij wel eens op heeft gestaan om de volk toe te spreken. Of het was het balkon daarboven. Dat weet ik niet meer precies. Nou goed, er staan één agent staat hier dus wat te doen. En deze agent is vrolijk bezig met de Ecuadoriaanse schoonmaakster van de ambassade. Allemaal heel vredig. En af en toe een groepje toeristen die hier naar de hoek wijst. Maar goed, waar het nu om gaat is dat we dus dit briefje in de hand gedrukt kregen van de ambassade. Toen we dus belet vroegen bij ome Julian. Want ja, we willen natuurlijk heel graag ome Julian spreken over de verkiezingen met name. Die volgende week hier plaatsvinden. En over de rol van de sociale media daarin. Waar we nu dus aandacht aan gaan besteden. Dus een spontaan bezoek zit er niet in. Nou goed, zelf te verwachten. We krijgen dus dit e-mailadres. sunshinepress@thisis. Dat is dus blijkbaar waar Assange zijn zaken doet. Dus dan gaan we daar maar naar mailen en see what comes of it. Wie weet zitten we binnenkort tegenover ome Julian in de Ecuadoriaanse ambassade.
Can't he just ring the doorbell?
Dit is nu gekant signing off voor Online. .com vanuit opnieuw Londen.
No chemtrails during King's Day and during G8 meetings. So interesting. So the paedos don't read it themselves. Alleen voor het klootjesvolk.
Veel plezier met Elsevier. De Ploidston, corporate.
Ik geloof. Ik heb internet. Die gaat vanuit Londen, the last election. Could have been the last election. At least the pedo perps.
Oké, bezoekers van revolutionaironline.com. Dit is Gigakat, uw onversaagde reporter vanuit Hartje Londen. Bishop's Gate boek. Street. En het is vandaag 29 april. En ja, a lot is going on hier in Londen. En niet alleen hier in deze drukke straten, in dit business hart van Europa, het criminele hart van de financial plunderbankers. Want mensen, over een week is election in Engeland. En dit wordt echt ongelooflijk, want dit zal zo'n beetje de laatste election worden in Europa. Belangrijke election die nog wordt gehouden onder het mom van democratie. Onder de leugen van representative, het volk beslist, wat het ook helemaal niet meer zo is. Maar ze proberen nu nog dit vol te houden, dat het allemaal eerlijk gaat, terwijl iedereen al lang weet dat het totally rigged is. En we zien dus nu ook hier bij de Evening Standard, full deadlock would bring UK to a halt. Het is dus zo dat nu Cameron en Miliband, de Tories en Labour, die zijn in een doodstrijd verwikkeld om elkaar helemaal kapot te maken. Weet je, het is ongelooflijk en het heeft niets meer te maken met het besturen van een land of met het bedenken van beleid. Dit is gewoon de ultieme perverse consequentie van het gefukte systeem van de kapitalistische democratie waarin Europa leeft. En dat het gewoon één groot door de media opgefokte hysterische hype is.
You could have been having sex.
Nu is het zo ver zelfs gekomen dat dus Miliband heeft nu Russell Brand, wel bekend bij de lezers van deze site, eigenlijk in de armen genomen in een poging om dus meer kiezers achter zich te krijgen, om de jeugd te mobiliseren. Russell Brand, natuurlijk de bekende revolutionair op de site, die ook al een paar keer besproken, die dus ook al heeft gezegd herhaaldelijk van je moet niet gaan stemmen, want het is allemaal gefuk. Nou, en dat is natuurlijk weer, Cameron heeft dat ook weer ongelooflijk, is daar daarop ingehakt, heeft Miliband belachelijk gemaakt dat hij met clowns omgaat. Kortom, dit is het niveau waarop zich dit allemaal afspeelt. De meest bizarre beloften worden gemaakt. Cameron heeft vanochtend toch beloofd dat hij, als hij gekozen wordt, dat hij nooit meer de belasting zal verhogen. Dit zijn krankzinnige toestanden, mensen. Krankzinnige toestanden. Het doet toch gewoon een beetje denken, weet je wel, aan Rusland, waarin dus vrachtwagens met vodka kan aanrijden. En dat ze zeiden van stem op mij, dan is het gratis vodka voor het hele dorp. Dat niveau, mensen, daar zijn wij nu aangeland. Maar goed, je ziet het ook, weet je wel, het werkt gewoon niet meer, want het wordt in deadlock. Would bring UK to a halt. land laten gewoon. Maar UK is al door hand gebracht. Want het land is reddeloos verloren natuurlijk. Alle banken zijn zombiebanken. Het land is een zombie-economie. Ze weten niet wat ze met de EU aan moeten. Er komt een referendum. Dan moeten ze eruit. Maar dat mag niet van de Bilderbergers. Dus er zit geen oplossing mogelijk. Het één grote jampel, mensen. Eén grote puinhoop. Schotten, referendum. Schotten willen niet meer bij Engeland. Het is gewoon, nou ja goed, het houdt maar niet op, mensen. Maar dit is voorlopig even genoeg. Dus Micha Kant, zijn voor klokkenluider, niet voor klokkenluider, maar voor revolutionaironline.com vanuit Hartje Londen.
Zombie O and Zombie B, of course, they're more controlled than most. They're more zombified to be able to control them with synthetic telepathy. So they can beat the quantum computer more than others. Give them the perfect fake smile to boost your over 1,000 lies. Like promise to end the drug race and to close Guantanamo, etc. Then we see all these shot dogs. Not hot dogs, but shot dogs. Because they didn't end the drug raids like he promised. And of course there were many other promises he didn't keep. He's just lying for the paedo perp so they can depopulate the earth. So when you're attacked, first of yoga head roll exercise, because they follow your body's every move via your brainstem, by looking in on your brainstem. And if you move in circles fast, and once you have done the yoga head roll exercise, then for example, they cannot attack your body accurately anymore or control the centipedes that are in your body, which might be normal centipedes, they might not be genetically modified or hybrid insects or centipedes with exceptionally high amounts of iron, about which I read this other scientific article. In my previous broadcast, I've given you an overview of the types of centipede species that can enter and have entered the human body, with pictures so that you can recognize them. And I think I'm the only one that reported about that. So there might be a sort of cover-up, because it's clear the parasites, it shouldn't be called pseudo-parasitism of myriapods in men, but parasitism of myriapods in men. They use the human body as a host, which I know because they've been in my body for about 5 years now, in Tienhoven, the Netherlands, where I contracted them. And I know lots of animals and humans there have these centipedes in their body. They can let them make insect bites on the outside, so most of them would think they're outside of their body and start poisoning themselves on the outside, and then they might die of cancer and other stuff. But indeed, who's your daddy?
Damn it, Joel.
Spirit Slave is. Wait, let me listen. Purr from a kitten and eye of milk. These are all supposed to be hypnotic triggers, according to controlled opposition. What's his name? Fritz Springmeier. So I think it's not a good idea to bomb porn stores instead of the paedo elite. But when people are brain controlled by others, they cannot really help themselves. They're really remotely controlled like robots, zombies basically. So they wouldn't buy that they're brain controlled. And they'd ridicule the idea because they are brain controlled and control their agents want more control. They don't want to be caught or the brain control equipment to be switched off. But I think we're in a phase that cannot happen anymore. So I just stay honest and say, but I think it might also be a psyop. Trust no one, nothing is what it seems, and have fun. If you all don't have centipedes in your body, it's easy for you to have fun and to breathe. So when there are no chemtrails, we see these nice fluffy clouds. Perhaps we can follow more movement today. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. And I usually like photographing people better than landscapes and clouds, etc. Which I also do. So in reality, I'm a hobby photographer. A real paedo with chloroform and a little van and other things to kidnap children, which I've never done and I don't want to. At the moment, I'm using ibuprofen and lidocaine to numb the pain. Caused by the centipede attacks, and they can still hurt me severely. The other technique is letting a centipede hurl or scavenge, either scavenge or use its maxillipads to inject poison, venom. And that hurts a lot when it does it in your lung, and also at the same time letting it attack my throat. And when I cough, it still hurts a lot, despite the lidocaine and the ibuprofen. Usually I don't advocate using cancer-causing drugs, but the pain is so excruciating. Plus it becomes very hard to breathe. So that's even more annoying than the dental torture. And they really tortured my teeth out one by one. And they're doing it to other people that speak out about them as well. So that's why we don't hear many people speak about this. And people usually don't want to watch broadcasts about the subjects because then they're also tortured, put to sleep. So it's done by beast quantum computers, the NSA, also voice changes, making people stutter and say things. Let them burp, fart, change their voice into Duffy Duck. All these things they're doing to me. They would also do to them if they do the right thing. For example, press charges against people. They want to kill 90% of the world's population with Ebola. So I have written to the police in Atlanta, about which I did a broadcast, that they should check if the blood on the Georgia Guidestones is really human blood. They can get it analyzed. So the question is, why don't they? Are they already controlled by the corporations? Well, and that explains why they still haven't checked it. They're going away themselves for the Luciferian New World Order. So I think these Freemasons will be rounded up and killed as well. That they won't leave any trace of evidence of Luciferians. They'll be exterminated by Yahweh, Jehovah, Elohim, demon, the quantum computer. So that's why they have to take that legal oath, etc. Otherwise, it wouldn't be allowed to give them the death penalty. I would argue. So the hunters can become the hunted. So I think it's not that people don't want to watch my broadcasts. Protecting my vocal cords with harp to make my voice softer. So perhaps it's better if I come a little closer to the microphone. They've also been erasing my memory, etc. So all these things they do to the scalar torture victims can later be done to everyone by the quantum computers.